That's ah ah. Hey ah yes. Greetings, loved ones. I am Light and Sound, LS. I'm called by many names, a hunter, many things. But I want to put a little clarity in something this evening. To err is human, but to forgive is divine. Now, there are those in the religion of the light and sound. I say the religion of Harold Klemp, because that's more or less what that church has came down to be. The students are no longer taught the higher truths and the higher teachings of Eckankar. They actually believe that there's only one Mahanta consciousness, and that their pastor, Harold Klemp, is the one that possesses it. So to enlighten all of those in that religion, if they would have been studying the teachings of Eckankar, they would have known that there is the Mahanta Maharaji consciousness. There's also the Mahanta consciousness that is viewed as the living egg master, that there's only one living egg master at a time serving in the physical body. Now, I'm not going to say who's what or what's what here and now. All I will say with absolute certainty and complete clarity is that I represent the teachings of Eckankar. I do not represent any religion, even though all religions come out of the teachings of Eckankar, just like the religion of the light and sound did. However, that does not mean when one adapts to that name that is what the leader or the pastor is teaching from. Sri Perarzak or Paul Twitchell is the spiritual giant that brought these teachings to this world here. And he did so at great pain to himself. He died for this teaching that he brought to the world. Knew that he was drinking the poison that eventually killed him, but he did it anyway. But not before he finished the books that I have studied diligently for years. I went to prison voluntarily to study these books. And to tell you the things that happen is unbelievable. However, for one to take that teaching, because he also states in his writings that any religion, when the leader of that religion passes on and another takes their place, that the religion weakens, because the spiritual power that the leader had that started the religion is gone. And the student that takes over hasn't developed to the degree that the founder had. But if one has studied to be a Lutheran minister for a number of years, that means that that is embedded in the consciousness. And that must be purged before that divine light and sound can enter and take control of that consciousness. Now, I did that by inviting it into my house and letting it have its way to do whatever was necessary to mold me, shape me, and make me into the being I am here and now. Now, this is what I did. Everyone has to travel the path for themselves. All any master can do is point the way. The student has to travel the path for themselves. But if a leader allows the students to think of him as being a God and he is taking care of them like you would some children, then he's doing them a disservice, because he can stumble and fall. He can err because he's human. But if you see the human as being the divine aspect of himself, then you're blinded by an illusion. Human is human. Divine is divine. I am divine and human. Now, I know this, and I don't get it confused. I know what I can do, and I know what I can't do. And I'm unfolding to do even more. Now, the teachings of Eckankar are so vast that one can talk about it for the duration of this incarnation, and it'll still be some more to be talked about. In the book study of the Shariat Ki Sukmad Book 2, I put a film on Facebook that signifies how great this power is, and that I let it have its way in my life. I don't tell it what to do, nor do I even try to. I just let it flow, let it do what it do, observe, and let it flow. I'm what you would call a watcher. I watches it, and I watch people as they have contact with it and how it affects them. So this is how I learn, you might say, because I got to keep it real. I got to be honest with myself. Therefore, I'll be honest with the power, and I'll be honest with everyone else. I had so many wonderful friends in the religion of the light and sound that later became I won't say I became their enemy, but they felt like I no longer was a part of their organization. So they chose not to have anything to do with me, because to do that would say they're going against the religion. That shows you they don't have a mind of their own, and they're not participating in the teachings of Eckankar, because it gives one the freedom to be themselves. It's an individual teaching. It doesn't require you being no particular way other than the way that you are, because it will bring out of you all the impurities. It will bring the lies out of the liar and bring the truth to the light. There was a lady in the teachings, in the religion with me, that used to say she was in training to be an master. But I don't think she says that no more with any conviction or belief, because you cannot advance in the religion of the light and sound without Harold Kemp's permission. I heard him say on stage one night, he called himself talking about me and directing what he was saying to me, and said that I was a mini master. So if he says that I was a mini master, then that's the way, or that's what he would say about any student that was striving to be or for mastership. And you would think, as the teachings of Eckankar clearly states, it wants to make masters of us all. It wants us to be leaders, not a lifetime or an incarnation as a follower. It needs leaders. And if you have a desire to be a leader, Harold Klemp does not want that, because then you won't do what you're told. Now, those who I thought were my friends that will not even accept a phone call from me, they have to do that. They have to do as they told, and they don't even question it. I can't believe it. It's appalling how low the religion of Harold Klemp has become. But it is what it is. Now, I do what I do because that's what I've been trained to do, and that's what I enjoy doing. I only have a limited amount of time to put on these individual videos, so I shall try and stay within the length of time. So since Sid over here is letting me know I only have a minute, I'll just say this here. The best is yet to come, and enlightenment is a way of life over in our world. In our world, every day is Christmas and every night is New Year's Eve. This is how I live. But I had to train my mind to believe that. And once my mind believed that, it manifested that. But I needed power to do it. And I didn't have that power, or should I say I didn't receive that power, until that divine goddess, Equinox, came in and took her seat on the throne beside God. Now, the two work together with the one that is in the center of it all. Now, if you study the teachings, you'll know who the one is here and now. So we'll let that be the reason, and we will be with you in the spirit always. So, may the blessings be.